the 2025 F1 title fight went down to the final race in Abu Dhabi, the tension in the paddock was completely different in 2021. 4 years ago, the atmosphere between Red Bull and Mercedes was hostile at times, even though Verstappen laughed it off at the 25 finale. Well, hostile, nobody punched each other right. I didn't find it hostile, said Verstappen. Hostile is an extreme word. It was just very competitive, and the fact that two teams didn't like each other at that moment is another story, but hostile is something else. Nevertheless, there was countless political games between Red Bull boss Christian Horner and Toto Wolff at the time. Some games somewhat continued when McLaren became Red Bull's nearest rival, as there was some insinuations about flexible wings, tyre water, etc., which Zak Brown responded to with drinking a special bottle. But since the summer, the problematic has eventually disappeared. It was clear to see that during the press conferences, Zak Brown and Laurent Mekies had a remarkably friendly atmosphere, and you know, it's a sign of the times, with Mekies quickly stating that Red Bull would stop removing Lando Norris' tape from the pit wall, and the shift seems partly down to Mekies, although he didn't want to take any credit for it. I don't know if you want to call it that on the edge before or not. I think we had a very strong title fight. We had a fair and clear fight. It's the way we want to go racing. We push everything to the limit, but we certainly respect the competition. When it comes to sporting fairness and respecting the competition, we think we can do both, being on the very limit and being respectful to the competition. Sport is a battle between giants, and we feel very strongly that is our fight, and we respect our competitors. His approach isn't just about dealing with rivals, it also benefits Red Bull internally. The underlying idea is that to have less distraction and less noise than before. Let me put it this way, it's an incredibly competitive environment, and we believe that to be competitive you also need to enjoy what you're doing here. We work hard, we play hard, that's the Red Bull spirit. All we have done is make sure that we as a group can concentrate on pure racing and not getting distracted by the noise around, and we do fundamentally love to do which is to get these cars on track and go fast. So that's really all it. Concentrate on what we love to do, push harder than anyone else, and try to enjoy it. This fits in with his engineering background. He wants to work systematically and only focus on things that make the car faster. Political games don't necessarily fit into that, which is why by now it needs to play a smaller role within Red Bull than before. But the trend isn't limited to Red Bull either. While more and more engineers step into the role of team boss, you know, Andrea Stella, Ayuka Matzo, and now even Adrian Newey at Aston Martin, the public problematic seems to be increasingly fading. Wolff joked last year that F1 for entertainment still needs arseholes as team principals, but the verbal warfare was less present than it was in 2025. And with Red Bull entering a new era, you feel like just concentrating on themselves, not getting involved with other teams, could be crucial in guiding their way back up to the top. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.